Hello, everybody.
Charles O'Brien. It's I don't know. Alexa, what's today's date?
It's Saturday, December 6th.
It appears it's Saturday, December 6th. And we're scooting right along here, being home. Well, I gotta remember that I have a 1984 chandelier in my foyer. It's a little breezy, not bad. What's happening here is, I don't know, it's probably 70 something degrees, and we have a front
Throttle active.
north of us.
Throttle hold. Throttle active.
Why didn't my timer work? Oh, I have to probably give it some gas. Yeah, so that's going to bring us some moisture, well needed, by the by. And that'll be good. What's new? I just talked to y'all the other day. Doing very well. Getting a lot of stuff done, and that helps my mental health out a lot. I have a voluminous do list. I mean, crazy. So I like to get stuff done, and that's what's happening right now. We're getting stuff done. Wifey's going to work today. She's been down a few days, so that's kind of cool. I went out and ate with my longtime neighbors and friends Thursday. Italian restaurant. It was good. It was better on day 2 though. I ate my wife's fettuccine carbonaro or whatever that is. Carbonara. Been catching up on Dale's videos. Hi Cynthia, Josh, Cassie, Gail, Con, and of course Gretchen. Gretchen has just turned out to be amazing. She's funny. Excellent pilot. Funny wit. And I understand that she's enjoying life quite nicely there in Calgary. I went ahead and worked on my extensive do list, and look forward to getting stuff done as well. But did a lot yesterday. I mean, a lot. Got up underneath the rig and replaced belly tape. My rig is made for 4 seasons, so it tolerates a winter, and it's insulated below deck. And they carve stuff's kind of made out of like dollar store plastic, then insulated inside. But what's occurred is that the tape that they use to cover up those inspection ports is not after almost 9 years not holding, 8 years not holding. So I replaced it, and just on and on. All these little small niggly things in life that you gotta do. You gotta do. The courier company that our friends at AliExpress hired to bring me my package says that they don't have access to my home. I think that's shenanigans. I think what happens when the courier gets overwhelmed, they just say failed to deliver and then re-deliver it. So on the 7th, which is what, Monday I guess, they're supposed to be back. And they even sent me a text that said, we can't gain access to your house. We need your email address so we can talk to you. I sent them a text back that says you can easily gain access to my house. There's no gate codes or anything like that. It's a residential neighborhood, and make it so. Doctor's appointments, vet appointments, all the normal trappings of day-to-day life are happening. Fun watching AMRC, catching up with his videos. He bought a cutie or something like that, a little 3D foamy. I have completed my rebuild on my Seawind, my OG Seawind from Fly Zone. The God, I'm glad I already talked about this. I'm glad I had two of them because I put a servo tester on my new one in the box and found out how the landing gear works. And yeah, sure enough, the piece that they say busted on mine, and I went ahead and had to tape the landing gear door shut because it will not work, and there's no way to cobble it together. Now it says, we'll see how that works, in March of 2026 they will have spares, but I tend to doubt it. I really do. And I'm not going to buy a whole new fuselage to correct that. I'll just commit this one to water, which is where it's going to fly anyway. Now I did find something odd. If you add deflection to the rudder, what it'll do is interesting. It's mid rates, and I have all that authority. Is you'll get like 2 degrees flex back and forth, and I don't know that there is a way to repair that. I'm going to pull out the new one out of the box again that I just put back up and see if it suffers the same thing. Now when you give it servo input, it's as solid as a rock, but flying or no input on the rudder, there's like 2-3 degrees deflection that it just flops back and forth is my point. I gotta test that out. That might have been why it's been wonky to me. It is always wonky to me flying it. Now there is a way around that. I got other aircraft, and I could add an external connection to the rudder because it's all pretty now. It doesn't have an external connection, and make it happen. Go ahead and cut a hole through the fuse and make that happen. I just don't know about my ambition level. Other news, my new flying club that I've not been to yet is replacing their fabric runway, and that won't be done until like the 17th. So I'm not going to go out there. I had to call my buddy and tell him I'm not going to try to link up with him until later. But basically today, I go down my do list of basically it's smalls, just small stuff, from cleaning off the tables in my fireplace on my pool deck. We went out there and entertained the other day, and there's just 260 days of not been wiped off stuff. I kind of love this thing. You can just walk out in your front yard and fly, you know what I mean? Like the old days, like 2015 or so when I first started flying. 15? No, it was before that. I forget. I've been flying now a little less than 20 years. Started out with the, was it E-Sky? Big Llama. No, that's not true. I started out with a Blade CX2. So almost 20 years ago, my neighbor was flying a, Blade, or attempting to, is scooting it around down near that flag and that sign you see in the distance on Christmas Day, a Blade CP helicopter, and he never could get up off the ground. So he's actually a private pilot, and I asked him, I said, what do you suggest as a starter? He goes, yeah, the Blade CX2. So I bought it, and I've told this story 1,000 times for the new listeners. And I bought it and modded it out within, 45 days. I grew bored. So I found the big, these are coaxial helicopters, so anybody can fly it. What I did was low battery landing. What I did was I bought the E-Sky version. It's about 3 times as big.
Throttle hold.
Nice. And in doing so, I had thoroughly enjoyed it, but man, just, you know, the the problem with those aircraft is that they it is warm, isn't it? Yeah, come on in with me. What the hell? The problem is with those aircraft is that they can only do so much forward flight before you have to stop and then move forward again. That's the limitations of those coaxials of that day. But had a blast with it. Okay, duck your head. Oh, the dogs are out back playing. Let me close this door. Took Ollie for his first pool lesson today. You'll find that video. I'm going to switch back over to my Brian B channel while I'm home. I'm a little remiss on that. And I'll probably do a little walk around of my beautiful little hobby room. Some changes have occurred. One being that I have more aircraft, which is funny to me. Let's take oh, there's a battery. We'll take my OG Bell 206, the one without the horizontal stabilizer lights. Take it out and just make sure it still flies. Ah, see this? See how the blade got hung up underneath there? I had that happen out here last year, and it burnt the little bugger up. I mean, just burn it up. And one of the things it was supposed to do is not burn up if you have a stalled blade, but burn it up anyway. And I had to buy a new board for, I don't know, $15 and wait for it to get here. But yeah, I'm actually, frankly, kind of happy to be home right now. I really am. I noted this to my wife. So now I'm just going down. I mean, anytime there's something called Google Keep, and it generates lists for you, custom, you know, whatever you want to do. And I have 3 of them. One for the rig, one for the house, and some other one. I actually need to consolidate them.
Flight mode 3.
So let's see how this behaves. Anyway, I have a couple of packages from AliExpress coming. I inadvertently bought the, I forget the model number, but the mini Bell 206. And the reason I ended up doing that, if I haven't mentioned this, is because I'm mostly a goof. Yeah, this battery does not feel good to me, so we'll see. Yeah, I think George made the observation that you really need to use the original. Well, herein lies my problem, original charging cable. That joker is long since lost. I have 900 charging cables that are white. This thing still flies well. Yeah, I put a new board in. This one? I don't know. Put a new board in one of them. What else is I going to share with you? Yeah, the battery's holding, at least for now. Oh yeah, so I bought what I thought were new batteries for this, 3 of them. No, it's for the Mini. I'm like, God almighty. And then I pushed the wrong button with AliExpress because I ended up buying the Mini 500, and I swear, I actually discussed this with you before, I swear that I bought a Mini Bell, but that's negative. End up buying the Mini 500, and of course it's AMRC. It's proprietary batteries. Rats. Yeah, the Mini Bell and the Mini 500 use different batteries. And I don't know how many batteries I bought with the MD500, but I bet it's just one. I secretly wish this camera would die so it would force me to buy another one. It's just terrible. It's like a CMOS from 1980. George, the Rowdies. Rick Azir, thanks for shipping coffee, and thank you for it not being much. Ooh, I need to talk to you. I think my wife and I are going into New York City from a parking lot campground in Jersey, and I think that's happening in the spring. So I need to kind of keep up with you on your whereabouts. But yeah, I think we're going into the city. Yeah, I've not had the pleasure. Yeah, we took off that battery. I don't know how long that took.
Throttle hold.
And it appears my timers aren't working for whatever reason. Who knows? I love, I really love my Radio Master. However, it is so ornate that I get the programming messed up. Here's what happens. I program it, I learn how to use it, I program it, and I don't reprogram it again for I don't know how long. I don't.
Binding.
Yeah, we are in a little bit of a drought here right now, and I hope tomorrow it's supposed to be like...
Throttle active. Throttle hold. Throttle active.
Tomorrow is supposed to be proper rain.
Binding.
There we go. It's just so nice. Scratches that itch. What else? Yeah, JST connector. And I'll tell you what happens there. There are 900 different manufacturers of JST connectors, and their tolerances are for crap. And then I think you're right, Captain Crunch. What ends up happening is the pins move, and sure enough, that's what happened out there. I tested it yesterday, and it didn't do anything. I'm talking about I plugged in a battery, and then a couple of 30 seconds later it fires up. So I started the usual list of suspects, connectors and solder joints, and I worked my way to the first connector, sure enough. And the reason I have about 40 of these connectors in here is because of disassembly and assembly of the thing for transport. Well, it's just going to be a little bit more fiddly doing the, yeah, because we're not having this. I hate failure points like that. Just hate them. So yeah, it's working now, and I'm good to go. And that makes me happy, because trying to sort a intermittent problem is the worst. The worst. I had to buy the new little bell with a MD500 with a radio. I think. I might not have. It looks like you can't get the little bell without a radio, though. And by little, I mean about half the size of this one. So yeah, I have $21 worth of batteries. Now I need to buy a $49, and I'm gonna wait until I catch them completely on sale for about, I think, 45 bucks. You can get the little bell. It's amazing to me. All that for about 50 bucks. This one now, they're 60 bucks now because of the tariffs and stuff. But halfway with mine walking down to the lake, but I remember I try to give them the weekend off, you know, the homeowners. They're not there in the mornings when I fly generally, so. What else? Met my new neighbors behind me, or one of them, the husband, Rob, and he has, they have 3 kids, and now I know why they're taking their back patio and boxing it in. They want each kid to have a bedroom, and that's probably they have a 12, I don't know, 9 and 3-year-old or something like that, or 6 and 3-year-old. Well, it looks like my batteries are holding up. So yeah, when I hang up with you guys today, I'm going to do some very manly housework. I'm going to do some vacuuming. I'm going to do some, oh man, clothes washing, bed clothes washing, and a little bit of everything. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Throttle active.
Yeah, that's backwards. I don't know how that works. But anyway, that's what's going on in my life. I sure hope everybody's doing well. It's beautiful down here. It's 70-something degrees, and we're not going to get snow. Doesn't happen. At least anytime soon. It did happen in northwest Florida, I think, last year. They got a little snow action, but no, we typically don't get snow. All right, I've ran out of blather, piffle, balderdash, and associated poppycock. See ya.